First two guesses don't count. My mustache mask. It glows in the dark. So, what I was in here for is gastroparesis, which sucks. It sucks to have gastroparesis. What is gastroparesis, you ask? It's when your stomach is paralyzed, and when you go to eat or try to eat, no bueno. Doesn't go anywhere, just sits and sits and sits and hurts and hurts and hurts. So when you're having a flare, yeah, that kind of backs up on top of backs up on top of backs up, and boy does it hurt really bad. So I can't hate when these things happen to me, but my digestive system does not function, so what the hell do you do about that one when there's no cures? Ooh-wee, ooh-wee, baby, ooh-wee. I'm hoping to bust out of here though. So I'm in the hospital again. It's been a week that I've been here, and I'm in because of gastroparesis and how things don't work when they don't work. So this is something that just happens. Love my little sock. I'm just trying to be funny. I wasn't that funny a few days ago. I was in a great deal of pain, and I was bawling my eyes out because I was in a tremendous amount of pain. I can't begin to tell you how painful gastroparesis is. On top of everybody knows how much pain I'm in with my migraines, but how painful gastroparesis is. When I try to go and eat food, it's hard enough for me to have liquids where I was normally since 2012. And just liquids, and my body adapted. And then after surgery, I slowly began to try to eat things, and I was eating different things and stuff. Now, my body's doing a revolt, saying, you. Because anything that I'm eating lately, it is causing a tremendous amount of pain. And it's not digesting at all. Like today, I had something this afternoon, and I'm noticing in my pouch, ta-da, I know that's probably gross, sorry. I'm noticing that there's food that's not broken down. I don't know what that is, sorry. That there's meat that's in the pouch, and there's other stuff that I had eaten that's also undigested, and it's in the pouch. I'm at the one of the auto hospitals, and I'm no longer hooked up to my friend, Mr. Pole, and his liquids. Hence my little sock puppet. So, I had one on the other arm, and I keep things pretty much closed because of my migraines. At least now I'm able to get up and move, which is good. However, it's still limiting to what I can do and everything. So I've got my doctors, there's two different teams that are working with me. The GI team and three different teams, sorry, that are working with me. The gastrointestinal team, the internal medicine team, and the Colorectal Surgical team. So there's three different teams that are working with me since I've been in. Unfortunately, I had the day I was rushed to hospital, I had an appointment with my colorectal surgical team, and we were going to discuss whether we were going to be doing a revision to lift my stoma so it's not convex, super convex like it is, so it's really close to my body. But that didn't happen. I don't mind having my own room. It's best that way, I think, because of my migraines and everything, and because I can pull these shades down and I don't have to worry about outside light or anything like that affecting me, because man, it affects me in a crazy way, and it really hurts my head. And when I'm having to deal with everything else, I don't need to deal with all of the stuff that's my migraines as well. So gastroparesis, yeah, my vagus nerves, where I was talking to one of the GI guys, and we were talking about how this all came about, and I reiterated to him about my vagus nerves and how they were affected and what took them out and whatnot. He was like, oh my God. He says, wow. He says, that's so rare. And I said, yeah, rare. So he was like, whoa. He says, I'm really sorry. He's really cool, members of the team as well. They're all cool, but he wears something specifically that makes him cool. And I'm not going to say what. Anyways, I'm waiting for my meds right now. He also confirmed that, this is just a flare that's happening with me because of gastroparesis. Here I sit. And because food doesn't digest, and it just sits in my gut and just sits and sits and sits and sits and sits and ferments and does really bad things when it's sitting in my gut. And because I have a hiatal hernia, it runs all the way back up, runs all the way back up and into my mouth, and I puke and I puke and I puke and I puke and I puke. And it's not fun, and it's not fun being bloated so badly that you can't control anything, and it's just super painful. That's all I can say. So, we'll talk soon. Peace. And hopefully when I talk with you next, I'll be out of here. We'll see. Hey, peace. Hope everybody's doing good. I've got a lot of stuff going on with me. I'm not going to give you the laundry list. Not going to do it. I got my needles, though I will say that I will talk about. I've got appointments now lined up with back, because I missed my Colorectal Surgical team, my appointment with them, because I was rushed to the hospital. With a severe gastroparesis flare, as well as a gastric bacteria. Anyways, which made me really sick. Really sick. Did I say sick? Really sick? I meant to say really, 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 really sick. So, I think I covered that in my last video. So I'll stop here. I had my needles in my hip because I'm shaking my head vehemently. Ooh. It was so painful. My hip was so pained. Ooh. Was it bananas? Thank God I had my heating pad with me, because I would roll over on my side. Oh, edit this out. Oh. Trying to sleep. Oh, I rolled over on my side, and I had the heating pad between my legs, and man, oh man, oh man, oh man, I cannot tell you how much pain this was. Nothing hit it. Nothing hit it. And I knew at that moment I needed the needle in my hip. I just needed to get this damn needle in my hip. I canceled my appointment because I was in the hospital. didn't know if I was going to be released in time or if I would be feeling well enough to travel all that way to get my needles in my hip. But I was able to eke out an appointment the day I was released. I got my needles in my hip, my needle in my hip. It is one big bleeping needle for sure. I'm going to try to put what it looks like and how it goes in with a fluoroscope because it's guided. I could hardly, when he put the roll thing underneath my knees and had to turn my leg a little bit outwards, I can't tell you the pain that I did. I think I went, aha! I make these weird sounds when I'm in pain. And I was in pain. Serious. Wow. You know, people say, okay, don't need to be so dramatic. Oh, shit, yeah, I do. To make you get it, how much pain I was in. This isn't fun. At all, my dears. Not fun at all. And I knew at that point that I need a hip replacement, as he's suggested already. And I know I've said I've tried to hold off for this for the longest time possible. Well, no more. No. I've had to go back to him now. This is the 4th time. And they don't last super long, but it affords me the opportunity to be able to get up and move. It's a bonus, right? Anyways, long story short, I go back and see him August the 3rd for my elbow and my epicondylitis. I said it right. Woo! Pat, 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 pat. As I howl. So I'm going to see him for that. No makeup, sans makeup, because, sorry, cannot get that way, stand that way, up that long to do that. So that's just not happening. Hair will be what it'll be. I've taken it off again. I cannot have it on my head. I'm going to be getting my needles every month. So what is the point? He has to muddle and fuddle and do that and everywhere around my head. Why just make it easier for him? Period. Which in turn, guess what? Makes it easier for me. So off it came. What the hell? It's hair. So what? It's hair. Big deal. Whoop-de-doo, Basil. There's more important things in life. And any way I can help my neurologist, I'm going to help that man out. Anyway. Oh, with these migraines. Anyway, I'm going to help that man. Anyway. I think I stressed it enough, right? Anyway. Oh, it's just been, oh please, He wants to just continually sit on my left side. Punch the phone. Because that's what I'm feeling right about now. I know you want what's on my chest, but you can't have it because it's my heating pad. Anyways, I have a wonderful son that finally, sorry, that didn't come out right. I have a wonderful son that helped me through this because I really needed help yesterday. I so needed help yesterday. It was from the hospital to here to go and get my needles done in my hip. And it hurts, like, oh. Even getting up to walk around, I need to get up and move because I can't stay sedentary. So there's other appointments I had to cancel. Sucks for me. They were all lined up, and boom, 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 boom for July, and boom, 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 boom for August. There's a chunk of them I had to cancel. I'm super nervous because the Mud Girl run is August 14th, I do believe. Where does that leave me? I have a team. I don't know where this leaves me. Man, I don't know where this... I would love to compete. Even if it's just like... takes me 10 hours to complete this. But I'd love to do it. And I'm not being facetious or anything like that. Sorry, I'm getting emotional, but I'd love to be able to do something. And walk away with a medal. Knowing that I've supported breast cancer. Because I hate cancer, and people who know me know why. And to be able to know that I'm feeling this sick. And to do that run, or walk, in my case, would be sublime. It'd be another thing on a medal that I could put and say I did something tangible. Sorry for that brief, tearful interruption. But that's how I feel. If I could just do this. Wrap ET up so tight. Because there's going to be some mud. If I could just do this. Walk at whatever pace. And there's going to be ambulances there. And I pray to God I won't need any of them. But just have the strength to do this. So if you guys could be praying for me on that 14th at 11:30, I would, Eastern Standard, I would so appreciate that. I'd so appreciate that. So that's what's new in my world. I'll update you to let you know what's going to happen. If they're deciding when and where and all that stuff for hip surgery. I realize what's the deal. Why prolong this? Why prolong the pain? Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So one step at a time. And try to enjoy that one step at a time. With whatever. Could be a beautiful cup of coffee. It could be, oh, I have chai latte. Chai latte. I want to thank the awesome team of nurses, the awesome team of gastroenterologists. I didn't get to finish my statement, but I want to thank the awesome team of nurses, gastroenterologists, internal medicine people, colorectal surgical people. They are phenomenal at the Ottawa hospital that I was at. Not my usual one. They were bloody awesome. I don't know what B's doing. They were awesome. They checked in on me. I'm sorry, my eyes are just leaking like crazy. I had an episode last night, and my son stayed with me. It scared him badly. He's never seen that before, and he thought I was dying. And it was exceptionally rough on him. And my eyes will not stop leaking. Neither will my nose. Ouch, frig. Neither will my nose stop running. So that's what I wanted to add, is that they work so darn hard, and they are a joy and a love. I woke up one morning, to give you an example, because they knew I was having a really rough time sleeping. And I was in pain, man. I was in pain. So I finally got a few hours sleep behind him, under my belt. And my IV, ding, 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 kept going off because it was situated in a really bad spot in my arm. And I woke up and I looked at the board and I could hardly see it, but I could see my name. And then I saw something at the end of my name. And it looked like a rose. When I put my glasses on, it was a heart. And when my nurse came in, I said, "Did you do that?" And her name was Jess. I said, "Did you do that?" And she said, "Yep." And I said, "Aw, thank you." She said, "Because you're a sweetheart. We all think you're a sweetheart here. You really are." And she almost, like, well, she did. She made me cry. I said, "Thank you. You don't know what that means to me." To hear somebody say that, and to see somebody put a heart beside my name. And not just somebody. Nurses. Front line. Who do so much. You can't believe what they do. I was seeing it. So I got up and she was gone. And I put a big thank you with two exclamation marks, 2 eyes, and a big smile. She came back in the room. And I pointed to the board and she looked and she said, "Did you do that?" And I said, "Of course I did." She said, "Thank you." I said, "Listen, you guys are spectacular. And you've treated me so awesomely. You've been here when I've needed you. You've, ran down the hall with my medication because I was in so much pain. My stomach was so distended. I don't think it could have ballooned out anymore. And it was so sore. At one point I had my chest. I felt like there was an elephant on it, and they thought I was having a heart attack. My heart was okay. But it turned out that there was more. That was because of my hiatal hernia. That everything was coming back up and sitting right back up into my chest. And it was causing a lot more pain. These guys are just golden. And they needed to be recognized. I was at the hospital for 7 days, and I was exceptionally sick. I had an infection in my stomach, and it was making me so sick that I couldn't keep any liquids, anything down. My medication, nothing. And I got to the point where my whole body was completely out of whack. They had to do a bolus. What did they say? A bolus with lactated ringers. So, which meant open wide bolus of fluid into me. Which was, they said, "You're going to pee a lot, but that's okay. We're expecting it." I didn't pee once. They said, "Oh my God, this girl is so dehydrated." They gave me put up another bag. I had already previously had 2 bags before that. I was super dehydrated. Like, they did not know the extent until they started to do the testing how dehydrated I was. Dangerously dehydrated. They said, why did you not come in sooner? I said, well, when things get this bad for me, normally what I do is I do everything in my arsenal. And if that now doesn't start working, then it's time for me to go. And so I realized that later than I should have, nothing was staying down. Not a thing was staying down for 4 days. And I just, at the point where the EMT came in through the door, I was bawling my eyes out, and I just said, dear God, please help me. Those were my first words to them. Dear God, please help me. And I held on to something and fell. And he was there, he caught me, and he says, I got you, and we're going to help you. My heart rate was tachycardic, meaning it was over 90, well over 90. My blood pressure was in the 160s, over 90 something. It wasn't good. I was in so much pain. No pain medication I could use or do because it just wasn't staying down. They were amazed. They tried to get me to, at one point in time during my stay, and they saw it. It was just ridiculous. They gave me a drink. I wanted to try me with pill form medication. No sooner did I get it down into my belly, it came right out. They went, what the hell was that? And they said, she threw up. Literally everywhere, just right out. And they said, holy Jesus. Like, I thought she choked on it or something. Nope, she threw it right up. It went down, it came up. Her stomach said, no, I'm not taking this. And that was about it. My stomach was not having anything. Not one thing in there. Nothing. It didn't want a sip, not even a sip of water. It didn't want anything for the last, how many days, I'd say, plus the days, 9 days, 1, 2, 3, for over 14 days. It did not want anything for 2 weeks. Nothing. Don't touch me, don't feed me, don't do anything to me, because I am sick. And it was sick. So besides that, long story short, my liver enzymes are super high, and they retested, did so many tests on me, I can't even count all of the tests. There was over 200 tests that they did on me. Some of them I'm not liking, and I'll have to discuss with my doctor, and I've already got that appointment done. Other ones were quite easy to manage because it was my dehydration. They're thinking that what's happening with my liver, because my liver is damaged, my kidneys are damaged, and they're thinking what's happening is my carbamazepine that I use for my migraines is a medication that has done this to my liver and kidneys. I can't stop taking this medication because of my migraines. It's a catch-22. There's nothing else we can do for my migraines except for what we're doing. And the schedule now, what we're doing for my migraines is I'm going to be getting my needles monthly instead of every 2 months. We bumped up the schedule and now it's monthly. So you know that. I can't be without my medication for my migraines. It's an impossibility. And they came to the conclusion that it was, like I said, carbamazepine that's messing up my liver and my kidneys. I have mild to moderate kidney disease, and my liver enzymes are. So they're going to I have to go for blood now very regularly to see if my enzymes are going to stay the same, like just hover in the very high area, or if they're going to shoot higher. If they shoot higher, Houston, we've got big problems. There's no coming back from liver damage. You got one liver. You need your liver. And I need my brain. And I can't handle the pain. Not without these medications that I'm on for all my migraines. I can't even function. I'm having a hard time functioning now. And that's why they're bumping up the injections to monthly. Can you imagine them taking away my medications for the migraines? Yeah. No. Anyways, I won't even talk about it. I don't want to even think about it anymore because it was upsetting. There's one thing I want to talk to you about more. It's coming up. As Charlotte would say, if you like what I'm doing, subscribe!